Hello there, I'm the Reverend Nigel Massey and I'm the rector of the Little French Church of Saint-Esprit, and today, for Easter, we're going to make a lamela, which is an Alsatian lamb cake.
And I'm Fred.
This lamb cake is attested in Alsace from a very early time, about 1500s, and it was baked using up all the eggs that you weren't allowed to eat during Lent. And when children came home from the Easter service, they would be served with this delicious little lamb cake that we're going to try and make.
Yeah. So we're not actually going to do the original Alsatian recipe. The reason is the original Alsatian recipe is using a clay mold that you're supposed to bake upside down, and there's no raising agent in it. So this is actually a mold. A mold you can find right now on Amazon. That's where we bought it. We just needed the shape. Apparently it's an essential, so you can get it within 3 days. And the way you bake it is actually you fill the bottom half with the dough that we're going to make. And then you put the top half back on, and it's going to raise. And there's a little vent hole right here. And it's going to raise and hopefully give us a full lamb that we can decorate in the end. So,
have you ever made one before, Fred?
No, this is going to be a first. So if it looks terrible, you're going to discover it with us.
Excellent.
All right, let's get to baking.
Let's start. Great.
Turn on your oven to 375 degrees. You're going to need half a cup of butter, which is about 8 ounces, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of sifted all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use 3/4 cup of whole milk, add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, you let it sit for 5 minutes, then you mix it. 2 square or 2 ounces of unsweetened chocolate that you're gonna need to melt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. First, you're gonna wanna start by mixing your butter with the sugar, the eggs, and the vanilla. You're going to mix it for several minutes until you get a creamy texture. Then you're going to slowly add the sifted all-purpose flour with a little bit of the buttermilk or the substitute we made, and repeat, mix it a bit, 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 and so on until all the flour and the buttermilk is added in. Then you will add the baking soda and the baking powder. You will mix it in. Then you will add your chocolate and you will mix it in as well. Make sure it's melted before you put it in. I discovered that it's actually better to mix it with a wooden spoon. Once you're done, you're going to take the bottom half of the lamb mold and you're going to butter it up. Once it's buttered up, you can take a sifter and you can put some flour on top of it. You can do the same for the top of the mold. Then you can scoop in the cake mix in the buttered pan. Put it in the oven and let it bake for 45 to 55 minutes. In our case, 45 minutes was fine. To check if it's baked, insert a toothpick in the vent hole on top of the pan. Remove the cake from the oven and don't forget to turn off your oven. Remove the top half of the pan. Once the cake is colder, you can turn it around and remove the bottom half. Don't forget to put the little extra on the side for the cook. You can gently use a knife so your lamb will stand straight. Et voilà! And we're back, and we're going to get to the fun part, which is decorating our little Easter lamb, Osterlamb.
I think it turned out rather well, don't you? You can actually sort of tell that it's a lamb.
Yeah, you can actually, behind you have some kind of ripples, like, like you actually have on lambs.
on a real live lamb. I think it's made in the shape of a lamb, obviously, for Easter time. It's evoking several things. There's lots of lambs in the Bible. The Passover lamb, Christ our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Also in Psalm 23, where we hear about the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And then coming through into the New Testament, John the Baptist says about Jesus, behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. And in the book of Revelation as well, Jesus is described as the triumphant Lamb who was led to the slaughter but triumphed over death. Even Paul mentions this once or twice in his letters as well. And in every communion service, we say, Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, have mercy on us. So we're going to try and decorate it.
Yeah, what are we going to use? Because it needs to... one of my favorite pastime lately has been to look at pictures when people make it and they try to use buttercream and it ends up looking like a chihuahua. If you've never looked that up, look it up. This is my favorite pastime right now. So I think to not have a chihuahua on our hand and on the altar tomorrow, what are we going to use?
Well, the traditional thing is powdered sugar, which we've got in here that you scatter through a sieve so that it makes it look like a fluffy white lamb.
Yeah, so we kind of want to keep the face a little bit because there's little details on the eyes and stuff.
Well, I tell you what, why don't we put it flat down?
All right.
What do you think?
I'll do it.
Yeah?
We're very careful because if we break it,
we've only got one lamb.
Only one. So let's put it the other way around.
Looks quite good,
So we can see it a little bit on the camera.
Yeah. And then why don't we keep its face brown? If you could hold that over his...
Under his chin?
Under his chin.
First?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
We'll see what it looks like.
We'll see what it looks like under his chin. Like
so
here.
we're going to put some powdered sugar in the
I
sieve.
feel like I'm
We don't need that much because
trying to make it fall asleep.
It looks like chloroform.
All right. Maybe go toward the head a little bit.
How's that?
Oh, that looks good. Let's see what it looks like without the thingy. Now, should we go around his face? Like, I kind of want to cover the ears too.
Yeah.
What if we
make
try to... How can we cover the ears and the...
What do we want? Do we want
What if I
just a white face and a brown face and white
but
ears?
look, what if I do this? Would that work?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's try this.
Let's try it.
This is a trial. You'll see, unfortunately, we only have one camera right here. So you will only see if it looks good in the end. Oh! I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it looks weird, right? I don't know. Let's see what this looks like.
Do you want it? And then
you will do the
cover his face a little bit.
Like what? Like so?
Yeah,
like
down the
this?
middle. So
Chloroform him again?
I'm sure different blinking lambs look different ways, don't they? So
Yeah.
you know.
All right, now let's do the top. Hold on. I'm going to move it around. And let's do the top of his head. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He looks
Good.
so cute.
Excellent. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing
I feel
it.
like I'm doing some surgery. I'm going to remove this.
Oh yes, great. That's really nifty.
Okay, now let's do
Now
the
we've
hard
got to
part.
transfer.
Let's see if this actually stays
to
on.
This. Oh, I'm sure it will. Yeah. Let's transfer him to that.
Actually, we should show it to people.
Well, we
like
can always
this.
turn him around, can't we?
Or we can turn the thingy.
Yeah. And then we'll just scatter a little bit more ice.
But I
and
need to
sugar
cover
on
the
back.
head again. I need to cover this part to make sure we don't... Oh, yeah, you want to do the back first. But I'm just going to make sure you put
Just
nothing on the
scatter
head.
a little bit there like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to see the back. It looks like he's been out in a snowstorm. There. Which lambs sometimes are. This is the season when they're born, isn't it?
Yeah, that's perfect. Let's
Okay, that's it. Now,
Oh, we got some a little bit on his head. Let's see if we can fix this.
brush him off a bit. Yeah, look,
Yeah,
that's
that
coming off.
actually. So
Yeah.
if you happen to do this and you have a little bit of powder, you can actually brush it off
That's
as
good.
long as it's not too much.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a forehead. Maybe put just a little bit more right here, like right
Over the
here.
very top.
Yeah. Yeah, stop. Perfect. Now he looks like he has a haircut.
He does,
Look at
unlike me.
I don't know if you can see this. Wait, yeah, well, both of us don't
Well,
have a
we'll
haircut
make a
right
little
now.
close up.
All right, so we start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little red ribbon
So we
to
do-
symbolise the blood of Christ. I think isn't that,
Perfect.
that's traditional, isn't it? On a lot
I don't know.
of
On
the
all
pictures
of
that
them,
we've seen.
I've seen with this, they have one. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a tie or if it's a.
Or a little. I don't
Yeah.
know what we can call it. Anyway, I'm going to have to do it from behind. I can't see.
Do you want me to turn it around?
Yeah, maybe if you could turn it around. I'm scared of knocking all the sugar around. Yeah, he definitely needs a little red ribbon. So we'll just tie that twice. I'm not going to give him a precious bow.
No, this lamb is not going to be sacrificed on the altar, right?
No, I think that looks
It's just gonna be
fine.
hanging out.
It's just a symbolic ribbon, isn't
Yeah.
it? And then I think just to finish him off, we could, so it
him
doesn't
pasture?
look like he's sitting in, yes, he needs some pasture instead of a
want?
snow-covered landscape. So maybe we could just use a few of the branches that we used, the bay branches that we used for Palm Sunday.
You want the cross or you want the...
No, I
bay?
think a few branches, don't you?
I'll just
It'll
pick
look a
some.
bit
You tell
more
me if they
wild.
look good. What about this one?
Yeah, we could just sort of lay them
I'll let
around
you do
the
this.
front here.
You're the flower
Tell you what,
arrangement expert.
Wait a minute. Actually, that one's a bit too stalky. Those single ones we can arrange a little bit more easily. Yeah, like that. Let's give him a little pasture to lie.
So you don't see it right now, but this is going to be a surprise when we turn it around. Oh, this is like a triangle.
Yeah, the stalky ones are a bit too
Yeah, there you
awkward
go.
to lay down. Yeah, those are better. They sort of come over the edge.
Tell me when you have enough, because I'm
I need another 5, probably.
one. Oh, there's a cross.
It's a nice big fat one. And a few coming in this direction. I think the stalky ones are a bit further down towards the bottom. I'm trying to keep them fresh for when everybody gets back
Yeah.
to church. I think that's probably enough, actually.
Yeah.
We don't want to
What about the
overdo it.
what are
And
those
there are a
flowers?
few little carnations there. That's all they had in the store, really. And we can just stick a few of those in. Maybe
I would think. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's good because we'll probably eat this, but you could kind of like stick them in. Oh,
Into the lamb? No.
Well, no. Then it would be.
The poor old thing. Some people put a flag in there, like John the Baptist, behold the Lamb of God.
Yeah.
There's sort of a cross, a flag with a little cross on it. Maybe just a couple more of those. Is there a fatter one?
Yeah.
I can snip them off.
Yeah. And do we want to put a little cross? No?
Yeah, why not? This was Strolly. Yeah,
If it stands.
if it stands up.
Or is
There.
it tacky?
Well,
No, it's falling.
the whole idea.
This is,
is
no,
a
you
bit
won't see what I did. It wasn't good. And ta-ta! Do the drum roll.
Behold the Lamb of God.
It's very good.
Well, I'm looking forward to tasting it tomorrow.
Yeah, so you're going to put it on the altar during the online Easter
On
service.
the online Easter service, yeah.
We have to, I always say online. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was really fun, and I hope you had fun too. And, well, should we
Happy
say
Easter.
Yeah, I guess we can say Happy Easter because this is going to be online on Easter.
On Easter Day. That's right, tomorrow.
Thank you and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Perfect.